Everything happens for a reason. You may have heard this phrase at one point in your life, but decided to ignore it because it simply sounds absurd. You can't control the future or decide your fate. So why is this phrase so common? Why is it so popular? Well, the truth is, every single event you encountered up to this point in your life in some way influenced where you're at right now. Life is like a chain of dominoes. Every domino that precedes the last plays a part in the chain reaction. The start of the chain and the end of the chain can be in two totally different places at once, but every piece in between connects the two in one way or the other. Just as your past and your present can look like complete opposites from one another, they are in some way connected because of every little event in between them. So, in a sense, if you realize this, then you have some control of your future, right? Keyword some. Now, I'm not saying if you realize this, then you have the complete power to alter your future, because the truth is, there are things that are simply out of our control. And one of the main obstacles people face is just this. I see it every day with my family, friends, and even random people I've never met before. Now, this occurs because of a few reasons. For example, humans simply naturally want the most out of their lives, whether that be fame, beauty, wealth, the list goes on. And I specifically listed these things because they are unrealistic expectations, yet everyone seeks them. The first step to actually making and noticing a change in your life is realizing your own limits and focusing on the things that you have the ability to change. It is so easy to get caught up in the web of endless dreaming without hard work, because we naturally want to take the path of least resistance. And guess what? Dreaming and fantasizing offers just that. But the harsh truth is, dreaming and believing will only take you so far, because without the work you're putting in to get wherever you want to be, you simply won't make it. Now, I'm not saying to completely avoid envisioning a future where you're famous or wealthy, because I actually think this sparks imagination and also acts as a motivator. But as with everything in your life, it is important to have balance. So keep dreaming, keep being optimistic, and keep putting in the work to get wherever you need to be. Take advantage of the time you have now. It's the beginning of the year. The longer you wait, the more difficult it will be to pick up pace and see consistent results. So please don't take the time you have for granted. You may not have the power to directly change your future, but what you can do now is work on improving and growing yourself. And as a result, you can indirectly influence your future. And I know, change is hard, change is uncomfortable, but in the end, when you look back on all the hard work you put in, it will all be worth it. Furthermore, growth isn't linear. When someone becomes more successful, when someone grows in a certain aspect of their life, they obviously get better at growing because they find the comfort in the uncomfort. They get better at growing because they've adapted and discovered a way to increase their workload while maintaining their initial momentum. They get better at growing because as time moves forward, they move along with it, and it eventually gets to the point where it becomes difficult to even slow down and even quit. Success is never linear, it's exponential. And it's this fact that only pushes someone to get better without a single doubt of their potential. However, with good news, there's always bad news. The one downside to this law is that you won't see results right away. It may take weeks, months, maybe even years just to see your first results. And this all depends on the work you're putting in and what you're specifically working to improve on. But I promise you, if you get past and overcome this one slow period, you will, and I guarantee you will see results. When I created my channel in December 2023, it took me nearly 3 months for one of my videos to get over 10,000 views. Ever since then, all the way up to September 2024, when I took a break off of YouTube, I have consistently gotten over 10,000 views. And at one point, I even gained 15,000 views in a single day. Now, this isn't me flaunting or trying to flex the amount of attention I gained in this short period of time. This is simply just to show from first-hand experience that consistency and overcoming that initial period of seeing no results will eventually lead to growth. And this doesn't just apply to YouTube. It applies to literally everything you could grow in and see tangible results. So stick to the process. Don't give in to those thoughts that tell you to stop, that tell you to slow down. Keep going. Everything happens for a reason. Every action, every decision you decide to make now will in some shape or form affect your future. Keep that in mind. Thank you for watching.